All right, I have to welcome to you all to this amazing session where I'm going to show you how you can change your life. You're going to discover life-changing wealth building strategies that's going to transform your pocket. Okay? So, a simple question for you. Drop one in the chat box if you would like to generate $1 million capital starting with just $500. I'll drop a one in the chat box if you would like that to be you. And to do this within a period of 5-6 years, right? Drop in the chat box if you would like to create $1 million starting with just $500 and being able to achieve that within 5 years. I'll drop one in the chat box because what you're going to discover tonight is how you can achieve just that. All right, and I'm seeing the ones dropping in the chat box. Awesome. So that means you're like me, and I'm going to show you how you can experience that. All right, so drop one in the chat box if you want to have $1 million as you retire, to have fun and live a luxurious lifestyle for yourself. Drop one in the chat box because what you're going to discover tonight is exactly just that. How you can reliably, from the comfort of your home, dress in your pajamas or whatever dressing you want to be in, how you can generate consistent income that is life changing. All right. So I really want to encourage you to pay close attention to this session because I'm going to show you how you can achieve just that. We have a system that's been operating for over 3 years. All right. A system that is tested and trusted. We are on its 4th year. All right. Working with this system. This is a system that is anti-scam. You can never be scammed in it. This is a system that is tested and trusted, safe, resilient. I call it a breakthrough system because the world had never seen the likes of it before it came out to us. Is this a system that has continued to improve itself, innovate, that has provided sustainable income streams? I tell you, you can make money while you sleep with this system. And it dovetails into a scalable business that's going to be life-changing for you. All right. So thank you very much for all the ones. I see all the ones in the chat. So pay close attention because you're about to discover something life-changing tonight. All right. So permit me to prevent people. Let me disable annotations because I can see some people love writing. Okay. So allow me to also clear all those drawings so you can have a clear screen. All right. All right. Thank you very much. So let's get started. Your enemy is inflation. That is what I wanted to understand. And I love to start with this slide because most people don't understand that their life, their comfort, their standard of living is being undermined by inflation. Inflation is your real enemy. So whatever you're doing, you need to start thinking in terms of how can I beat inflation? How can I stay ahead of inflation? How can I prevent inflation from crippling my finances? All right. So remember, inflation is a economy-wide rise in prices, consistent rise in prices year on year. And an example is given on this slide. If, for example, a burger costs $2 and inflation rate is $10, that means a year from now, you're going to pay $10 extra for that burger. Okay. You're going to pay $10 extra for that, 10% extra rather for that burger, 10% extra. So that's 20 cents. So the burger next year should cost $2.20. So automatically, the cost of living is increasing. And so if you're not making money at a rate, or if your asset is not growing at a rate that can counter the rate of inflation, you find out that you are, losing on the race to financial sustainability. And this definition is from Investopedia.com. Now, pay close attention to some inflation rates in Africa. All right. So you have some single-digit inflation rates here. Like, Nigeria Republic has 8.5%. Nigeria has 33.69. This is from tradingeconomics.com. And you can see that some countries have single-digit inflation, like Togo, Tanzania, Swaziland, all right, South Africa, Somalia. Awesome. And Seychelles has even a negative figure. So, but if you live in countries like, the ones I just mentioned, yeah, you could be relaxed and tell yourself inflation is not really chasing me so much. But if you live in a country like Nigeria, where the inflation rate, or Sierra Leone, where the inflation rate is 33.69 and 40.69, then you know that you have to work extra hard, all right? You have to work extra hard to make sure you counter and beat inflation. Otherwise, inflation is going to mess you up. All right. So what's your location? That determines how comfortable you relax. But if you're in a country with double-digit inflation, just know you cannot afford to sleep around. Now, this is the inflation rate for various countries in Europe, and you can see most are single-digit figures. You see Turkey there having a pretty high value. Okay, and the United Kingdom, Ukraine having 3.2 inflation rate. So I just need to understand that if you look at some of the inflation rates, like in Africa, where you live in a country where everything seems to be increasing by 30% every month, and they're telling you that year on year, the cost of living is going to increase by 30%. So you see that figure might not be, too accurate. If you look at your rising cost of living, it looks like every single month things are getting out of hand by 15%, 30%. And somebody's saying it will take 1 year before it will rise by 30%. So you need to know that inflation could be worse than you're thinking. It could have a more horrendous effect on your personal finances. So what can you do? How can you cope? Well, it doesn't matter if you earn in dollars. Even if you earn in dollars, you're still going to have a challenge with countering inflation, because the US dollar is also losing value over time. Okay. And this is a graph over 100 years trying to analyze and picture how the dollar has lost value over a period of 100 years from 1913 to 2013. If you had $1 million in 1913 as a family and you kept it locked up in a bank, now what that $1 million could buy in 1913, your $1 million in 2013 can't buy it. All right. What your $1 million would buy in 2013, $70,000 would buy it in 1913. So you see, even the dollar is losing value, right? Even the dollar is losing value. So you need to understand this, that whatever fiat currency you're operating with, it doesn't matter if you're operating with the Naira, cedi, the dollar, you will keep losing value. You cannot afford to fold your arms, especially if you live in a double-digit inflation country like Nigeria. You have to be ready to do what it takes to stay ahead of the game. Now, inflation is caused by bad government decisions, geopolitical tension, world wars. All of these things affect your local currency. Whenever there's China-US trade war, whenever there's Russia, United States tension, Israel-Palestine tension. See, all of this tension over the world affects your fiat currency. And government always prints more money. So they're always doing quantitative easing to meet their needs. The more money that's printed, the higher the inflation will be. Of course, they have mechanisms for pulling out that money, but hey, the harm is done. You keep having such inflation. So how can you beat inflation? Let's get right to the matter. You can beat inflation by getting on the blockchain. I tell you, this is one powerful way to beat inflation. And we want people to become more and more aware of this. You can beat inflation by getting on the blockchain. Well, what is the blockchain? The blockchain is simply a location where you receive money. It's an internet where there's value upon value, not just theoretical value, but assets that you can convert into cash. So this is not Google, YouTube talk. This is blockchain talk. It is the internet of value or the internet of money, where everything you touch is actually money. And there's so much money on the blockchain that you want to be a part of it. The blockchain is made up of thousands of nodes, and those thousands of nodes have the same copy of the general ledger. So because the general ledger is on these thousands of nodes, the same copy is said to be distributed. So it's not a centralized system, it's a distributed system where you have the GL, the ledger on multiple systems. Now, these systems are spread across, all the continents of the world. So even if one continent gets flooded, the blockchain will continue to exist because the rest of the continents will continue to power the blockchain. The blockchain is a phenomenon that is changing the world. It is something that most persons did not understand it. Let me tell you this. When an idea is going to transform the world, when it starts, people will not understand it. When an idea comes that is going to be a generational idea, an idea that's going to transform generations, the first generation that receives that packet of information will not understand it. In fact, they will belittle it. So every great idea goes through 3 different phases. The first phase is belittling, ignoring, looking down on it. The second phase is persecuting it, because when people begin to have an idea of what is possible with it, they're going to say, okay, we cannot look down on it. We need to kill this thing. And by the time they try to persecute it, they realize that, oh my God, this is too powerful. We can't control it. Then we get to the stage of embracing it. So I don't know which country you're in, but you could be in a country where people are still belittling it. Some billionaires called it rat poison. When it started, they didn't understand the power. But today, that rat poison has created many dollar millionaires and even billionaires, right? So if you live in a country where the blockchain is being persecuted, don't worry. Just stay ahead of the game, right? Stay ahead of the game because they're still going to embrace it. Even the United States have had to try to counter this system, but now they had to say, okay, let's try with it. So that's the power of the blockchain. So if your country doesn't understand the blockchain, or they're trying to, look for how to blame the blockchain, do not despair. All right. Every country went through that kind of phase. So I need to pay close attention, because this blockchain is where you come in, take your position with the little money you can afford, and then be patient. You must be patient. And without patience, you're going to give up. That's the secret about the blockchain. You must be very patient. So it's a system where you come in with the amount of money you can afford and position yourself. Then you wait for those who wake up later to come in and lift you financially up. And that's what happens. Breakthrough after breakthrough. All right. So you're going to have to hold your position. The value of your assets is going to rise and fall, but you hold your position, because that position you hold is going to lift you up. So some people say, oh, the blockchain is too risky. Oh, yes. All right. The blockchain has its own risks, but you see, I'm going to show you the smart way to get in on this system. It is called the internet of value, the internet of money. So, of course, there are many scammers hiding behind the internet of money, pretending to be on the blockchain. So there are many people who are using the blockchain as payment system, but they're not there on the blockchain. They're just there to pretend to be on the blockchain to lure you to send them your money. All right. So you need to be careful, because if you fall into those risks, of course, you're going to lose your money. We're going to show you what you're going to discover tonight is a reliable way for you to get on the blockchain and maximize results. So no doubt, the world is moving to cryptocurrencies. Like I said earlier, many ignore the blockchain. But do you know that this year, the SEC approved the Bitcoin exchange traded funds. What it simply means is Bitcoin exchange traded funds are now like an instrument. People can decide to get involved, with Bitcoin. It's a legitimate asset. All right. So Ethereum ETFs are also being launched. And guess what? I can tell you that in future, there will be so many ETFs that will be created. This means that money that was scared of the blockchain will begin to come into the blockchain. This is what's happening globally. BlackRock, that controls over $9 trillion of investments all over the world. BlackRock, that has a software that monitors all of their investments. They don't joke with their money. You can't run away with their money. They're going to smoke you out. These guys are part of Bitcoin ETF launch, right? So this is really powerful. The world is waking up to this asset class, cryptocurrencies. If BlackRock with $9 trillion is getting involved with the blockchain and cryptocurrencies, why shouldn't you? Don't you think you should give it a shot? Now, there are people that will tell you that these cryptocurrencies are the cause of their country's economic woes. But you need to understand that when they tell you this, you need to ask yourself, when did the cryptocurrencies start? So cryptocurrencies, started in 2009. Then you ask yourself, before 2009, was this country that is blaming a cryptocurrency, was this country having economic woes before 2009? Have they been progressing economically before the blockchain Bitcoin was launched? If they have been collapsing all through the years before 2009, then you should understand that the blockchain is not the problem. It makes it's common sense, all right? Because you need to open your mind and understand that people will always blame what they can't understand for their failures, for their confusion. So when people say, oh, I think cryptocurrency is a cause of a country's economic woes. Now, if the country has been having economic woes since the 80s, 90s, then why would you blame cryptocurrencies? Bitcoin was launched in 2009 by an anonymous group of individuals, and Bitcoin has been embraced by countries all over the world. And these countries are also prosperous countries. So one single location cannot be blaming Bitcoin for its woes or the blockchain for its woes when other countries embracing the same blockchain are advancing and succeeding. All right, so let's use our brains to really understand the nature of things. All right, so Bitcoin is really the first powerful cryptocurrency. Other alternative cryptocurrencies have been created, and these altcoins kind of have some advantages that Bitcoin doesn't have. The cost of transactions is lesser, and the speed is faster. But you know what? Bitcoin is the power cryptocurrency. Do you know why? It is the only cryptocurrency that nobody knows who controls it, nobody knows who owns it. It cannot be shut down by any central authority. No government can shut Bitcoin down, and that's the power of Bitcoin. All right, many of the other altcoins, you know those who are behind it. Government wants to shut them down, they can't. But you see, Bitcoin cannot be shut down. So this is the reason why a lot of people love Bitcoin. All right, so a lot of these altcoins have been allowed to thrive because there's a drive to even reduce Bitcoin dominance. There's a goal by centralized authorities to make sure that people can ignore Bitcoin and chase after the altcoins. And so most times you see money moving from altcoins to Bitcoins, Bitcoin back to altcoins, those kind of dynamics. All right. So you need to understand that there's a fixed supply of Bitcoin that can ever be created. So Bitcoin is going to get scarce over the years. So you want to make sure you have some Bitcoin, okay? If that's the only thing you pick from tonight's webinar, just make sure you go get some Bitcoin for yourself and your family. And when you get that Bitcoin, it's $50, $100, make sure you keep it for 20 years and experience the power of the blockchain. So there are a couple of ways to navigate this blockchain and to milk it. All right, so we have spot trading and futures trading. Now, a lot of people love leverage instruments until the leverage instruments gives them a good wiping. All right, so people will come in, they'll tell you, oh, this is a powerful tool, it's making a lot of money, They won't tell you it's futures. They won't tell you it's leverage, and you're going to run after it. It's going to work so well the first few weeks. You're going to love it. I love the money it's making, until one moment when the market decides to humble you and you lose your trading capital, all the profits you've made, wipe out. So this is what happens when people get involved in futures. And that's why we tell you, avoid futures. Apart from it being more complex, you see, you are like somebody bragging with what you don't have. Now, when a person is trading spot, if you have 500 Doge coins and you're trading with it, it's yours. You have it, you own it. Now, that 500 Doge coin, a person who is trading futures will be trading with 50,000 Dogecoin. You'll be bragging, I have 50,000, more than your 500. But you know what? He doesn't own anything. It's still the same 500 he has, but he's bragging that he has 5,000 or 50,000 Dogecoin. And you know, when he's making money like somebody who has those thousands of Dogecoin. But when he also has losses, he will have horrendous losses that will, liquidate him and render him insane. There are people who have almost wanted to commit suicide because of losses they've had in futures. So you need to be careful, stay clear of futures, okay? Stick to spot. We're not saying that you can't trade futures or Forex. We're saying those are very high risk, systems. You don't go in there as a newbie. You don't get lured into it because people are making money. Stick to spot trading, because spot trading is going to take you to $1 million, right? Spot trading is going to take you to $1 million, because you're not going to lose your money. That's one thing about spot trading. You don't lose your money, all right? You can trade long positions, yeah, and when the market goes against you, you stay patient, but you don't lose your money. And that's the power and beauty of spot trading. So tonight, you're going to discover how you can navigate the spot market, how you can use it to your advantage and win. So welcome to the Royal Q trading system. And this is where we'll be taking you to all along. This is a system that is tested and trusted. Anti-scam system, a system that will deliver you, everybody you know, that from poverty, a system that's going to put money in your pocket, a system that's going to make you smile and you'll be able to pay your bills, day after day, week after week, life-changing system. And I tell you, there are people that have been blessed with the power of this opportunity. We live in an age of artificial intelligence, all right? So if you look at your WhatsApp, for example, you will see Ask Meta AI or search, all right? If you go to Ask Meta AI and type, hey, give me a picture of a turtle and a rabbit. Do that. You're going to see the picture it's going to create for you. Or you can then give it more instruction to change anything in that picture. Of course, it's going to give you something different. That's the power of artificial intelligence. Now, if you ask Meta AI to generate a simple, sequence of words based on certain metrics that you decide to supply, it's going to do it for you. Artificial intelligence exists on your WhatsApp. We live in the world of AI. We have Copilot. These are artificial intelligence technologies that can reside right on your phone and make your life easier. We live in the age of technology, ladies and gentlemen, and you need to open your mind to these technologies, because what used to be impossible years ago is possible right now. What used to be, would take you 1 week to do years ago can be done in a minute right now. So you need to understand that the world is moving fast. Impossibilities are becoming possibilities. You cannot stay the same, fold your arms and expect that money will be made in the same way over the next 5-10 years. Your job is going to be on the line. Expect it. Don't let it take you by surprise. Be prepared to embrace technology that will benefit your life. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, the robotic butler that can take your order, deliver, service to you and get payment without you seeing anybody. All right. You know about the robotic police, where technology is used to, engage criminals in high-risk environments without necessarily putting the lives of policemen at risk. We have technology that can navigate mind-reading terrains. These are all, artificial intelligence. There are drones that can get into a place and take out the enemy without even putting a soldier on the ground. So this is, the world has gone far with AI. Now, as a simple thing like driving, all right, I know you've seen this a lot of times, but driving, you know, I look at this guy and I'm wondering, why is he in the front? He should be in the back seat since the car is driving itself. But you have to be in the front. There's this psychology to being in the front. But look at the power of AI and how it can change your life.
Oh, shoots. We're using the self-driving. Good. Man, look at that. Holy cow. This is scary, folks. Because you don't know what's going to happen. Especially if you've not done it before. Allowing something, especially when you like to control your car. But now you have an AI driving you. The world is changing, folks. You better go with the change. If you're still driving the old way, I don't know what to tell you.
Sleeping on the bicycle.
Everything is changing. Business is changing. If you're not going technology, you don't know, you're going to miss out. They're going to leave you behind. Don't let nobody leave you behind. In your businesses and everything you do. Tech is the new world, so get it going. I'm just chilling. Yep.
So don't let no one leave you behind. Don't let no one leave you behind. And it's scary. At times when you have to embrace technology, it might be scary. You might be wondering, oh, can I do this? Is it possible for me to do this? Oh, they say it's artificial intelligence. Will it work for me? Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to reintroduce you to Royal Q, the artificial intelligence technology that is tested and trusted, life-changing, that is taking people from $500 to $1 million. People have started that journey already, are experiencing the increase. Maybe we can hear a testimonial tonight, but you need to understand it's a super fast application. The power of this application, you'll be making money while you're sleeping. You just set your strategy, walk away, and it executes everything according to your instruction. It's like a self-driving car. Don't let no one leave you behind. This machine can make money for you. Every day is a potential money-making day. All right? Every day is a potential money-making day. Monday to Sunday. No public holidays. You can make money on Christmas Day. You can make money on New Year's Day. Any single day is a day for you to make money. And we've got the strategies that's working, but you need to understand, this bot takes care of all the challenges of trading. The emotional part of trading takes care of it. The market analysis makes it super easy. All right. People think it's difficult to do the analysis. This bot shows you how super easy it is. Don't sleep on the bicycle anymore. Get on AI and begin your journey to $1 million. Now, risk management, strategy execution, speed of execution, the capability of handling multiple trades, diversification of assets. This is possible. This is possible all with the Royal Q technology. Things that were challenges with trading are now no longer challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, why do I trust Royal Q? I trust Royal Q because Royal Q never asks me for my trading capital to deposit it in Royal Q. So all the platforms that have scammed you and I have always told us, they come on the blockchain, they pretend to be on the blockchain. They're not on the blockchain. They're actually on the Internet of Information, all right? And then they pretend to be on the Internet of Money. You can see these two internets, the scammers will come on the Internet of Information, create their web page, and behave as if they're a Web3 technology, as if, and they just want to make you move your money to their own wallet system. And once you move your money to their own wallet system, oh my God, when they hit their target, you can kiss your money goodbye. So that's the architecture you need to understand about Royal Q. These are Royal Q servers, and this is your bank account on the blockchain. All right, so it could be Binance, it could be whatever exchange of choice. So you have these accounts. You have the username and password, you have the Google Authenticator, you have the thumbprint, fingerprint, whatever it is. You are in control of your money here. This is where your trading capital stays. Your trading capital does not go to Royal Q. So there's safety of funds. Ladies and gentlemen, there is safety of funds. And this is really, really powerful. All right. So gone are the days of somebody scamming you because they lied to you, lured you. Please stay away from such platforms because they will always cost you pain. 99% of such platforms are scam bound, right? They're going to scam you from day one, from the get-go. They have the plan of scamming you. Now, you're going to connect your RoyalQ system to your bank account on the blockchain. And there's a process called API binding. Now, when you're doing that, there's a list of IPs that you have to, move from RoyalQ, copy it into your exchange account. That secures the tunnel. So no hacker can break into your exchange account. So since all the years of using this technology, no one who has done this IP restriction has ever been scammed or hacked by a hacker in his pajamas. So that's a lot of security there. So what is the role of your phone? The money is in your exchange account, and RoyalQ is connected and trading there. So what's the role of your phone? Your phone is just like a television screen, all right? Like the Euro final that's going to take place between England and Spain, yeah. So your television screen, if it's breaks while the first half is on, does that mean that the match has ended? No. All right, the match is still continuing. You just need to find a way to fix whatever is the issue, or check the dish or the cable. That's what it is. So if you are trading and your app doesn't seem to be updating on your phone, you don't need to worry. Your phone is just a television screen. The trade execution is happening between RoyalQ and your exchange account. The internet connects two of them, all right? So if you're traveling and you're away from network, no need to worry if your trade will execute. It will execute according to all the parameters you put in. And, whenever you reach good network location, you're going to just see everything perfectly, all right? So nothing to worry about. So what's in it for you? How can this technology change your life? The popular question people ask is, how much can I make daily? Now, let me give you an advice. When you ask the question, how much can you make daily? You have what we call Ponzi mentality. And I have to liberate you from Ponzi mentality. All right. When you say, how much do you make daily? All right. You have to get rid of that mentality because there will be days you're not going to make money from the market. Right. Understand that. This is not a Ponzi scheme. It's Ponzi schemes that can guarantee you 1% daily, 1.5% daily. But so when you come to a real trading and you talk in terms of daily, how much can you make daily? You need to repent. Okay. But when you talk in terms of how much can you make monthly, that's fine. So we can make 10% to 50% every single month. Now, I've seen people make 70%. I've seen people make 100%. All right. But on the average, just tell yourself you're going to make 10% to 50% every month. On the average around 30, 35-ish if you master the strategies that we have to show you. All right, remember this is a bot that buys low, sell high. Buys low, sell high. Simple. That's all it does. And it has, settings to help it navigate the ups and downs of the market. All right. Now, this is a very secure system, and I can't overemphasize the fact that we'll be trading with it for years, no stories. All right, so for newbies, it's important for me to educate you and let you know that the market will always go against you. I'll repeat myself, for all the newbies, the market will always go against you. And that's how we tell you, tolerate a certain level of margin calls to tolerate the market dipping. So you will experience minus 10%, minus 20%, minus 30%. You must experience it on the journey of trading. But you don't let that, remember I told you about emotions, don't let that get into you. So you get into the trade here, and the trade goes against you here. Oh, it's minus 10% or minus 20%, you panic. But can you see the future? Whatever goes up must come down, and whatever comes down must go up. That is the golden rule of trading. Buy low, sell high. But there will be times the market will go against you. The earlier you understand this, the more relaxed you deal with your trades. All right? So we have a lot of coins. You can decide to do autopilot strategy. A lot of people like to say, oh, I'm too busy, I don't have time. You don't have time. You don't have time. But so what do you do with your whole time? Because if you don't have time to check the market for 3 minutes, I think then you need to get a life. All right. If you're too busy to look at a system that can take you to $1 million because you're so busy. So the place you are busy, can it take you to $1 million? That's a question. That job that's keeping you so busy, can that job take you to $1 million? And there's nothing wrong with having a job, like I will show you in the slide ahead. But you need to understand, you need to find time. But for people who say they're so busy, they're so, all right, fine. You have a setting that you can use, an autopilot hands-free setting with a couple of coins, and you're going to make money. I've seen somebody who started this system sometime September last year, and already made over 55% within a few months of using the autopilot strategy. But what I'll tell you is that the hands-free autopilot strategy is not a short-term trading system, right? You need to have a mind to trade for several months, allow the market to do its ups and downs, and it will do its money dance, and your money will keep, generating. All right. So you have the hands-on system with one-shot system with market analysis. This you can even start with $50, $100 trading capital. This works, all right, and it's super easy. We have dedicated people who generate these signals. It's powerful what the team has here. Now you have the bull run tactics, of course, where you can maximize market pumps during the bull run. So some trades will be super fast, some trades will be super low. All right, understand that. And what you need to know is what you're going to learn when you join our team. All right, so when you work with us closely, you're going to experience knowledge transfer. A knowledge transfer system that some people have paid $1,000 for, but did not get up to that quality. I ask people, oh, the value of what we teach you, what would you quantify? They say, well, it is $2,000 is worth it, right? So imagine having access to $2,000 worth of training and beginning to milk the blockchain on the journey to $1 million. So our goal is to create a team of 10,000 traders, one trader at a time, one good trader at a time. All right. So you're going to be able to read price charts. You're going to be able to understand candlestick patterns. You're going to be able to identify support and resistance. Trend analysis, you're going to teach you that. You're going to be able to do hunting. All right. You understand points of liquidity sweeps and use that knowledge in timing your entry. You're going to understand fair value gaps. You're going to understand a lot of things as you work with us. Now, news analysis is also part of what you're going to gain. Money management, trading psychology, and continuous education. What you're going to learn from us, listen, we'll keep improving these things. Where you're going to be is going to astound you. You're going to be surprised that you thought it was going to be difficult, but this system makes it so simple. And I'm going to ask somebody to give a testimony. When he was starting, he was wondering if he could do it, if it's going to be possible. But hey, come on. Today is history. All right. So how much does it cost to get started? Just 120. Just 120. And you're in. All right. That's 1 year subscription. It's a yearly subscription. And listen, I know that some people in this meeting are residing in countries with high inflation, and the exchange rates makes it a little on the high end for some. But you have to pay the price. You have to pay. If you had paid the price earlier, you wouldn't have to pay the price at an expensive rate. But you know what? Who knows in the next 6 months what the price will be? So the earlier you get started, the better. If you don't make the sacrifice, nothing's going to change. You're going to keep going in the same cycles. But I'm telling you that with just 120, you can start the journey to $1 million. Life-changing application. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever price you have to pay to get started is worth it. Whatever price you have to pay to escape the strategic poverty being imposed on your generation, you have to pay the price to break that yoke of poverty. You have to get started. All right. And I'm not trying to, make you do what you don't want to do, but you have to pay the price to change your story. Because if today $120 is looking huge to you because of a local currency. Imagine starting that and within a month or two, generating $600. Then you will know that the $120 you made as a sacrifice was worth it. So there's a concept called fuel fee. Profit sharing between you and RoyalQ. For every profit made, RoyalQ will take 20% of the profit, not the capital, while you take 80% of the profit. So if you're trading with low capital, like $500, of course, your profit will be smaller, and so your fuel fee will be smaller. So $20 minimum fuel fee will work. But if you're trading with $10,000, even one single trade can generate a fuel fee of $20. So $20 will not be enough. If you're trading $10,000, you need to have $200, $300 for fuel fee. Now, the fuel fee is residing inside the RoyalQ bot, wallet system. So, RoyalQ cannot take that money from your exchange account. It cannot withdraw. So when the profit is made in your exchange account, it will go to the internal wallet in the bot and deduct that fuel fee. So the $20 is like a prepaid system where it takes the charge as profit is being made. For you to exhaust your $20, it means you must have made $100 profit. Okay. For you to exhaust $300 fuel fee, it means you must have made $1,500 profit. So you see, you're going to win, and there's a lot of winning right here. So these are just like some examples of people who are trading, and these guys are, super powerful stuff. You can see an account with $3,000 making $200 in one day, right? Now, this is an account with $6,000 making $500 in one day. So you have to make the sacrifice. And when you make the sacrifice, you now have hope to beat the poverty. You're gonna be protected and shielded from the economic chaos that's going on. All right, this is a low capital person, $100, 3 days, it made over 10%. And this is the journey, ladies and gentlemen. If you have $3,000 today, literally in a few years, you can hit $1.5 million. A couple of skills you need to learn. So this is a skill-based system. You must learn patience. Now, when your trade appears to be going against you, what do? If you find it difficult to have patience, just breathe in patience. Just imagine that patience is an air. You breathe in patience, and you breathe out tension. You literally say it: breathe in patience, breathe out anxiety. Breathe in patience, breathe out tension. You have to find a way to manage your emotions, because the trade will always go in your favor at the end of the day. You're going to manage your risk. You're going to also control your emotions. These 3 skills here, if you can get them right, you'll be among the 10% top traders, because 90% of traders don't have patience, they don't have risk management, and they cannot control their emotions. All right. So what is the challenge I have for you? I love this part. I got a very special challenge for you, and that is that you take 300 trades. Now, taking 300 trades is not for nonchalant people. All right, so that's the challenge I have for you. Some trades will take several days. Some trades will take 15 minutes. Some trades will take 5 minutes. Some trades will take hours. Some trades will take 24 hours. It doesn't matter the time. I just want you to believe in yourself and take 300 trades. Listen, the poverty coming to Africa, West Africa, the poverty coming, the hunger coming, you have not seen it. I saw a headline today. The headline is, bread is out of reach, citizens lament. It's just getting started, because there is no solution. The solution is easy, but the will to execute the solution, soon, I don't know what. You don't need to be in a position where you cannot feed your family. You don't need to be in a position where you lose your erection as a man because you cannot put food on the table. I'm telling you, you cannot be in a position as a wife, you cannot support your family This is a system that will work for you. You just need to believe in yourself, believe it's possible, believe in your destination, and believe in God. Then put in the work. Now, I want to show you what's possible. I want to show you what's possible, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the challenge for you if you choose to accept it. All right. I'm not going to force you, but I'm going to show you the way. Let's paint the picture of you starting with $500. All right. You're going to start with $500. And what does that mean? We tell you that your first buying amount, don't worry, first buying amount, just a setting on the bot, is 45% of your capital. So let's just say 45% of $500 trading capital is 225. So I'm going to put 225 here. And we're going to just say you make 2% a day, but let's just put it at modest 1.5. Let's use a lower figure, 1.5%. And you take 300 trades. Trust me, you're going to make 2% many days. But let's keep it simple. Now, $500 with 45% of it as first buying amount. Let's see what you can do within 300 trades. Ladies and gentlemen, your $500 has become transformed to $19,000 right here. Yeah. So within 300 trades, you start with $500 and end up with $19,000. So with $19,000, $120 pales into insignificance. You're going to laugh at the fact that you were struggling to raise $120 some time ago. You have to pay the price. You have to do something. You cannot fold your arms and use and come up with the Bing Power methodology. You cannot afford to put your future in the hands of politicians who do not know how to make money, but can only spend money. You need to be proactive and do something to take yourself to your destination. So this is your first $300. Now, guess what? You can achieve this within the next 1 year. All right. Within the next, before the end of the year, you can achieve this because we are experiencing what we call the bull run. It's going to start, within the next few months. All right. Now, imagine you have $19,000. Now, let me just say this. If you have $19,000, what is that? What does that amount to? No, it's $19,000. Let's multiply that by 1,550, for example. And yeah, 29 million of your local currency. Okay, good. Depending on your exchange rate. So let's go. Now you have $19,000. You've completed the first round of 300 trades. You decide to, take $9,000. Go have some fun, right? Go have some fun. You traded, you gotten some financial relief. Now you start your second 300 trades because this is a lifestyle, okay? So you start your second 300 trades and you have $10,000 trading capital. Now you are trading like a big boy. You're not trading with the way you started. You now have liquidity. So $10,000 trading capital and you go on your next 300 trades. Now, 45% of $10,000. So that's 4,500, right? So let's do this again. 4,500. Let's just say 1.5%. You take your 300 trades again. What are you going to get? Now, your $10,000 has taken you to $387,000. Ladies and gentlemen, $387,000. Can you remember when you were struggling to come up with $120 for bot activation? You have broken poverty in your family. So what is $387,000? Ladies and gentlemen, what exactly does this feel like? Oh, sorry. Let me just say this again. 387,000, all right? Now multiply that by okay, just so how does that feel? All right? That's about 600 million of your local currency. So you see the power of why we say you have to take action. All right. When you pay the price, it's gonna, cost you something, but you begin a lifestyle that will provide liquidity for the rest of your life. Now, this is $387,000. Let's just imagine, all right? Now, this second 300 days can take you 2 years, 2.5 years, plus the first year, that's like 3.5 years, okay? 3.5 years. Now, within 3.5 years, you become someone that is experiencing almost $400,000. So let's just imagine you take, out of this, you take $287,000 and you go do some major project. Maybe you just decide to go on a vacation for 6 months, live in a different country, or you decide to go get an investment visa in a country in Europe and, live the life of your dreams. Now, you decide to come again and repeat a third 300 days challenge with $100,000. Now, with $100,000, you decide to trade. And so here you now have $45,000. And what does that give you? Your third year, $3.8 million. Ladies and gentlemen, within just a space of 5 years, you have gone from $500 to $3.8 million. I leave you to convert this to your local currency. But during this period of this 5 years, you have been, you've shown tenacity. You've shown discipline. You saw a lot of Ponzi schemes, but you rejected them. People lured you, come to this high yield program. You said, no, I just want to trade spot. I want to trade spot for 5 years. I want to take 300 trade challenge 3 times. I know I have floating losses. I know I have ups and downs, but I know my money is safe. It doesn't matter. I know my destination. I challenge you to go on this journey with us. I challenge you to start from where you are today. I challenge you to break poverty away from your generation. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your destination, and you have to believe in God, and then walk your way out of poverty. You see, breaking out of poverty is like somebody who is isolated in a desert, in a place where he doesn't have water, no food, no water. But for him to reach his financial destination, he has to go on a journey through the desert. And he's so scared to go through the desert because he could die in the process. So he starts his journey. But when he starts the journey, he realizes, oh, I've left my home where I was a little comfortable, but I have to get to my destination. Now, you know what? At a point, because of the uncertainty of the desert, he would think of turning back and going back to that small hole where he's able to choose some vegetables, a few weeks, and he can stay alive, but live a useless life. So he will turn back, think, do I go back to that hut where I have a small shade? But he has to give it a shot and break through the financial desert. Now, as he's walking, he stumbles over a cactus. He trips over a cactus. And then when he trips over the cactus, he realizes cactus in the desert hold water. And then he breaks the cactus open and puts the water in his mouth. Then he realizes, oh my God, I just saw a life-saving cactus. Then he just said, could I have passed some cacti on my way? He turns back and saw, oh, there has been some cacti along this desert. Oh my God. Then he looks ahead and sees, oh, there are some cacti in front. Then he begins to smile. The journey through the financial desert is not as bad as he thought it was. And then begins to move conveniently and believes in himself. I beg you, do not abandon yourself to poverty. Do not allow anybody that tells you to be afraid of the blockchain. You have to take the bull by the horn for the sake of your family, for the sake of those you care about. And you have to start that journey. It's a scary journey through the financial desert, but you have to go that journey because your destination is sure. You have to believe in God, believe in yourself, and do the work that is required, and you'll get to that destination. All right, so at this point, I really want you to understand that we have a lot of testimonies, all right? Testimonies abound, and I'm going to call someone in a moment, but we have a lot of trading testimonies, trading results. What I need to understand is when you come in, you have a strategy you're going to learn, different strategies. Just be ready to work with them, all right? Because people who work with those strategies win, all right? And this is somebody who, with $125, made $13 in one day. He went on to convert the $125 to $800 using the strategies which you're going to learn. So be ready to learn, be ready to get better. So get back to whoever invited you, get the link, sign up, activate, take the chance to break poverty in your life, trade with passion, and be ready to do the work for the miracle. There are people experiencing this growth right now. So the question is, why not you? And why not now? Why wouldn't you take action now and begin your journey to $1 million? I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm not telling you that you're not going to, learn something. You're going to be studious. But it's super easy. Just a few trainings and you're good to go. All right. People who thought it was complex today, they are enjoying it. This is a system that you can start out working for a company. You're working for a company, you're doing your 9 to 5, yes. But it's a system that will take you to become a business owner. Now, becoming a business owner with Royal Q is optional. You can decide, oh, I want to get a team of 20 people. Now, getting a team of 20 people is going to challenge you, but we have trainings to guide you, all right? Getting a team of 20 people will challenge you, but once you have that team of 20 people, you are now a business owner with Royal Q. Now, you now gradually get yourself to, somebody who owns his own thing. And then you keep expanding your structure, assisting them to trade to a point where even when you're no longer trading, you're going to be making money. Then you get to the investor status. I tell you, people that decide to build their first team of 20 and expand it, oh my God, they don't have some problems that many people are having today financially. Just a team of 20 could be giving you $10 to $50 every single day during this bull run. And if the 20 people decide to cooperate with you and do what it takes and extend your team, you could get yourself to a team of 100 where you could be making $50 every single day. And you can extend yourself to a team of 400, 500, 800, and you see yourself making $1,000 a day during the bull run, apart from your trading capital. So this is an optional thing you need to know, that you can treat Royal Q as a business. Apart from just trading by yourself, you can treat it as a business, especially those with low capital. Treating it as a business can generate massive funds. Please get back to whoever invited you and learn more about this technology and decide if it's something you want to also treat as a business. But by all means, it's optional to treat as a business. You can just keep trading and changing your life. Now, at this point, I want to come to the audience and find out if there's someone. So I'm just going to make you, Richard, a co-host. Okay, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself. I can't. So I'm asking you, Richard, to unmute yourself. And if your network is good enough, give us a testimonial of how you started with Royal Q. Were you worried about how difficult it would be? Then how easy it is? And what has been your experience so far?
All right. Thank you very much, great leader. I appreciate you so much for your time. It's really been so wonderful. Can I really be heard?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, it's been so wonderful meeting you and some other leaders on this platform. I appreciate so much for all that you have done. With Royal Q, actually, I never heard about it, but I have a business partner who did inform me about it some few days back. But actually, not being so easy, it has to do with money. So I spoke at length with this partner concerning money issues and all that. But she was telling me that we have all been in trading class for some time. Okay, though because of network and lighting issues in my area, I couldn't complete that particular class for trading. She said she knows very well if I should, come into Royal Q, I will do better because I have little knowledge about training, and this even is more easier. So we spoke, and I said, okay, if that be the case, put me on the platforms. Let me try to learn something and see how far I can go. And immediately I was part of the platform, some videos and other, documents were posted. I have to go through them, and then I appreciated that, and so I got back to her and said, okay, if that's the problem, I'll start. Though I don't have money, but I'll start with the little that I have, and then see how I can improve upon that amount. So I started actually with $500. With the $500, I did the activation of the Royal Q robot for $120, and so it was left with 180. And I have to also leave $30 in the Royal Cube platform, and then transfer back the remaining 350 to my Binance. And you see, one thing that has actually encouraged and gave me so much hope is that this amount I am talking about is not seated in that platform. It is not seated with my trading platform, all right? But rather, it's seated in my account that I have with Binance. And that actually is what is giving much more hope. That actually encouraged me, because I know that my money is in safe hands. Before this particular platform, I was in Binance before, so I know how it works, and I believe that if you have your money there, you are in safe hands. And so as far as I got to know that every little amount I have to do whatsoever it is in this platform, I will have it in Binance, I was so confident. All right. And that is why I actually came into this platform. And since I came in, I just have a little training from our great leader. But I said I will have to practice, all right, to see how this platform actually works. And also some videos and other documents that will be sent to me or onto the platform, I will also have to make time to go through that, and that will lead me to perfection. And also asking questions, trying to know what I don't know will bring me to perfection. So I just have to get started. And I have started. I don't know. Can I share my screen?
Okay, maybe not now, but can you tell me how much have you made in about a week or less than a week? You started on Monday, right? Started on Monday, right?
Yes, I started on the 7th, and
Okay.
this is 11th. So I've made about $15. The first day I did my trades, I have 2 trades, which gave me, that was on the 8th. I had 2 trades, which I made an amount of $1.98. Then the following day, which was on the 9th, I made 14 trades, and the 14 trades gave me $8.19. The third day, which was on the 10th, I made just 1 trade, and that 1 trade gave me $1.39. On the 11th, okay, today actually is 11th, but in the system, I think they're using Singapore time also.
Yeah,
Am I
5
right?
p.m. Yes.
Yes. So as we are here today, we are in 11th, but in the system it is on the 12th. Okay, so on 11th, I made 4 trades. Now I think 5 trades on 11th, and I got like $3.55. Then today, which actually I said is 11, but part of it has gone into 12 in the system. I also made some 4 trades, no, two for today, like that is the 12 for their time. 2 trades, and that gave me an amount of $1.03. Okay, so putting all this together, I have $16.15 just for the 4 days I have traded. Yes.
With just $350. And I want to
Yes.
thank you because tell me, the daily candle analysis, how does that help you? I remember the night you kept awake with me by 1 a.m. to do that daily candle analysis. How did that help change? Did it improve your trading or your confidence?
Yes, very, very well. It improved my trading very well. Since then, I have always tried to, open each coin to see how the performance are looking at the candlesticks, trying to follow what you tell me when we're on that Zoom that particular early morning. And so I tried, practicing that, and some of them I really have to put them to trades to see whether actually what I'm thinking is right. And some of them are the trades immediately I put it on within 5 minutes. The trades is done for me. Some take like an hour. Okay, but what I've also realized is that you see the candles that like it taught me that at least for the second candle, like the first candle that came or happened before the next one started, okay, you have to consider that in the previous one. And if you see that it has actually gone above the previous one, means that the possibility for it to gain value. Okay. Looking at it, some of them I see that yes, this candle has actually done above the previous one or the subsequent one. Then I put the trade. You see that it falls back, but falls back a bit, then it begins to rise up from there. So that is actually what I'm still trying to work on.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
I am
So
trying to exactly work on.
I really want to thank you for your determination to learn. And I know the person that introduced you is not a little child; it's an advanced person, like somebody of a mature age. All right, and just imagine she hadn't shared the opportunity with you. That would, that would not have been nice with what you know now. All right. So thank you very much for your time and your testimonial. And this is why we keep building the Royal Q opportunity. Thank you very much, Richard. Yes, Richard is from Ghana, and he's having a swell time working with this system. So I want to thank everyone who has made the time to be here.
Thank you so much. Royal, hello, let me end up. Royal Q, I say is the best for now. If there is any system that is better than this, then I am yet to see any. Okay, and I know if you are part of this, you are going to make it.
Absolutely.
I have only done this trade for the day because since yesterday, when immediately the Zoom started yesterday, I joined the Zoom and our network went out. So even because of that, I couldn't put on trades that even signals that were given, some coins that were, given out for us to look at it and probably trade on them when they are good. I couldn't have that opportunity. That is why I have that lesser amount. I know I should have been in about 20-something dollars plus, heading towards $30 within 4 days of my trade. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Sure. The market is always there. Follow the system. Success leaves clues. And I look forward to your hitting the first rank of V2 and building a large team. All right. So if you are part of this event right now, I want you to get back to whoever invited you, take action, activate, and begin your journey. The system works. Believe in yourself and work it.